Okay, we are live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 15th edition of Chamber Talk with Torrie. We are excited to have you guys here. We have been kind of on a short hiatus through the holidays, and we are back. It's 2024, and we look forward to having a full lineup for this year's for Chamber Talk with Torrie. Joining me today is Shannon White with Northwest Veterans Alliance. They're a nonprofit that focuses on supporting veterans and families in crisis. So today's going to be a great conversation. We are going to hit fundraising, ways of getting involved, how you can request services, who they partner with, all sorts of things. So let's get started. Shannon, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on here. I'm excited.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you became the executive director for the Northwest Veterans Alliance.
So during the pandemic, I worked in healthcare administration. So worked helping 6 counties, and then decided after it slowed down that I wanted to go into nonprofit work because my values met kind of what their vision was. My husband has served 17 years in active guard reserve, so I have a background, military spouse background.
Yep.
So when this opportunity came up, still am their first employee. So they started in 2017, and then we're able, with partnership with AWS, to hire an employee and other additional grants. And so that's where I fall in.
Okay.
And I was really excited to get started in it because I obviously enjoy helping others and veterans.
And veterans. That's awesome. I think this is a great service. We were talking just before we went on about different partnerships, and we'll get to that. I think it's great to know how those partnerships work together. And I tell you, once you're in the nonprofit world, it's a great world to work in. You can serve your community, your people, and do all sorts of great things. Like the Chamber is a nonprofit. It's very fulfilling to your heart, and especially when you're doing something that impacts you directly as a family member having it. So
Absolutely.
That's exciting. So tell me a little bit more about Northwest Veterans Alliance themselves.
So they started in 2017 by Sue Long Hosek. She's the co-founder with Chris Elliott. And they were looking for a way to get back to veterans who suffer with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
So a little background, Sue lost her spouse due to suicide, which ultimately contributed to her starting this and wanting to find ways to fill those gaps and provide resources, whether small or large, to be able to take some pressure off of veterans and what they're facing when they get back into civilian life. So, and then in 2019, they started a 501c3 nonprofit. They were able to start all this with the Conrad Skinner Memorial Golf Tournament. It's an annual tournament that started in 2017, and then they hired me last year. So
that's exciting.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Chris Elliott. He has some ties here to Boardman.
Yes.
He's a local, so it's exciting. He is a Riverside graduate.
Yeah.
Local ties. We love it when we bring back everything back to Boardman and somehow and offer that.
He served as well. So
yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. So if your family is in need or crisis, how can they get services, requests for services?
So you can visit us online. We have a really simple application process on our website. So if you just right as you enter the homepage, there's request services. You can go on there, quickly fill it out. You can refer for a family member, so it doesn't have to be the veteran itself. The one thing we do require is a copy of a DD-214, which is proof of service. And then we'll work through the rest and we offer a variety of services. So we do cover 3 counties. That's Morrow County, Umatilla County, and Union County. And so we can provide, there's about 7,500 eligible veterans in 3 counties, and that's not including their family members as well. So that's also part of it.
Perfect. And we mentioned partnerships. We have Morrow County Veterans Affairs here. What's that relationship look like when you partner with the county?
Yeah, so each county has a local VSO, so Veteran Service Officer, that serves their county and the veterans that are in it. And we are able to partner with them. So if they identify a gap that maybe the VA cannot cover, then we can provide those services. So one thing we work with quite frequently is VA housing. So it can take anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks to get permanent housing, and we can cover that time frame to get them in a hotel so they're not homeless.
Okay.
Yeah, so we work very closely with the VSOs to be able to cover those gaps.
So, with our housing crisis that we got right now and the cost of rent and stuff like that, and of a veteran that's struggling and isn't able to continue to pay rent and stuff like that, what do those services look like?
Through us.
Mm-hmm.
So you would just fill out the application and we can work towards getting you in touch with the correct people, whether it's VA HUD VASH or other organizations that work for housing to find permanent housing. They also have transitional housing in Tri-Cities and Walla Walla, so that a lot of veterans don't want to leave where they're at,
Yep.
which is understandable.
Yep.
But there are more resources out there, and we can help work through those with the veteran.
With the veterans.
Yep.
And then you mentioned crisis. Do you guys work with counseling, other counseling companies, or do you partner with them?
Yeah,
or?
so we will refer. So if we are dealing with a veteran who maybe recently had a job loss and they're behind in their rent or their mortgage, and we're covering that temporarily, we can get them in touch with the correct individuals, whether it's community counseling solutions if they're having behavioral health stuff or VA related. So we work through partnerships that way as well.
Oh, perfect. That's
Yeah.
great information. And that's the stuff you don't always hear,
Yeah.
And so it's great to know, and especially for us, we get a lot of phone calls here at the chamber asking, do you know anything that can, help me, or where can I find the service and stuff like that. So this is great, and now we can share that with our community. So just to remind everybody, you're here at the Chamber Talk with Torrie. It's the 15th edition with Northwest Veterans Alliance with Shannon White, the Executive Director. We're pleased to have her today. So when it comes to nonprofits, it's all about fundraising and sponsorships and stuff like that, and volunteering. So let's get down to the fundraising. You have an event coming up here pretty soon.
We do, and it's our annual event that started this whole thing. So we have Conrad Skinner Memorial Golf Tournament. Quick little background on Conrad Skinner. He was a veteran in Hermiston who unfortunately suffered with PTSD and is no longer with us. So we do this golf tournament in memoriam of him, and raise those funds to be able to continue to have funds to help other veterans who are also suffering from PTSD. So our golf tournament will start Friday, May 17th. It's a par 3 skins shootout. And then we have Saturday, May 18th for the golf tournament. Registration is not currently open, but it will be open.
Okay.
So keep an eye on our Facebook because we will be announcing that soon, and then the way you can register for that. And if you are interested, if you are a business or organization that are interested in becoming a corporate sponsor, we have sponsorships available. So we have a big banner that we'll put on the course, and I can give you more information that's on our website as well. So.
Perfect. Okay, so where is it going to be held at? What golf course?
So the Umatilla Big River Golf Course.
Big River,
yes.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep, perfect.
Brain
And so we'll have registration here pretty soon, and it was again May
17th for the par 3 skins shootout, and then May 18th for the golf tournament.
Perfect. All right.
And we do have celebrity sports guests that are attending. That'll be in
Ooh.
attendance. That's a difference for this year.
Okay.
So we have Alonzo Mitz, Jim Sandusky, Bob Gross, and there's a ton more. So they'll be golfing with the entrant or people who are golfing, individuals who are golfing. So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fun. I know Chris is a big golf family, so yes, that's exciting. I always love a good golf tournament, and might have to be in attendance.
Yeah.
So fundraising. So then some other things that you guys do on a monthly basis. There's the Dave's Journey. What does that consist of?
Yeah, so Dave's Journey, Dave is Sue's husband, past husband. So it's in memory of him. It is a bi-monthly meeting that we host at the Agape House. So it's every other third Monday of the month. So our next one is Monday, March 18th, and it's from 7 to 8 p.m. at the Agape House in Hermiston. And we bring in community resources for veterans. So we'll have either a VSO come along, a representative of the VA. We've had representatives of OHA, just anyone we can bring within Dave's Journey to disseminate information to veterans. And this is open to family members as well. So if you need to be there on behalf of a veteran to get some resources, keep an eye on our website and Facebook because we do post that information on there.
Okay, perfect. So in your social media, what's your Facebook page? What's the?
It's Pacific Northwest Veterans Alliance. So
Okay.
give us a like.
Yes, like, follow, share, all the things.
Yes.
Perfect. And if you want to become a volunteer, how do you go about that?
So we have a volunteer application on our website. Really easy volunteer application. We love volunteers. So if you are
Yes.
interested and you are looking for something to do, boy, do I have work for you.
Right.
So please, reach out to me, give me a call, whatever, we can work something out and get, we have lots of fundraising events where
Yes.
volunteer work. So.
Perfect. And it looks like they have a website. What's your website?
So it's www.pnwveteransalliance.org.
Yeah, and I think I think Delilah, my office manager, is going to be dropping that in the chat, in the comments, so you can find that information there. And as soon as we're done today, we will also be sharing this to all of our other social media pages, and I will have all the links and direct phone numbers and stuff in there. So when you talk about volunteers and anything else, is there anything that we have missed? Like, are you looking for sponsors just to continue to be able to provide this service? If you want to become a sponsor to just support you, similar like AWS did. Is there other, how do you go about finding that information about supporting what you guys do and drive what your mission is?
Yeah. So all of the donations are tax deductible because we are a registered 501c3. So it's very appreciated. If you would like to donate, you can donate right on our homepage of our website. But we also have sponsorship options. So if you want to become a sponsor, we will do a shout out on Facebook and get you up on our website. And yes, the sponsorships are $1,000, and we get a big, huge banner, and your banner's hung up at our events. And yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, that being said, great conversation today. If you want to find more information, you can follow their website with the link that's in the comments, or we'll be sharing that on our social media page once we wrap up today on Chamber Talk with Torrie. It's our 15th edition with Pacific Northwest Veterans Alliance. We're excited to have them as a member of the Boardman Chamber and continue to support and share their information on our social media pages. So please follow Boardman Chamber of Commerce on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. I think we're everywhere now. And then you can also find more information on the Boardman Chamber on boardmanchamber.org is our website. And you can always email us at info@boardmanchamber to ask for any more information. So that being said, I want to say thank you to you, Shannon, for joining me today. I love it when we sit down at these meetings and my guests are always so nervous. And then we get in this conversation and they're like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah,
So if you're interested in joining me on the next Chamber Talk with Torrie, you can just reach out to us at the office or email us, and we look forward to seeing everybody on the next Chamber Talk with Torrie. Until then, have a great afternoon and travel safe, and we'll see you later.